What's going on, guys? TheWolfpack here, and today I have this highly anticipated showcase. I've honestly been waiting for this day for 2 years now. Star Wars The Last Jedi is today. I'm gonna watch the movie today, or I guess tonight, and it's gonna be great, I hope. I have my hopes up for this film. I mean, The Force Awakens was a safe startup, we could say, but The Last Jedi, I am super excited for that. I've been waiting for 2 years now for this film, and I'm just happy to finally be able to show you guys my 12 figures for this film. Now, I know when I first started this channel, I started with The Force Awakens Customs, like officially. That was like my first big thing on this channel, and I gotta say that I've gone a long way as far as experience and just making these figures for 2 years now. So this is like big for me, so I hope to hear good and positive feedback from you guys. And without further ado, let's get right into the showcase. In this showcase, I got Rey in her outfit, training outfit, which she is seen in the trailer using, and then next to her we have Finn, and then Rose, Chewbacca, Poe Dameron, Luke Skywalker himself, or I guess Mark Hamill himself in his Luke Skywalker portrayal, which I'm really excited for, and then General Leia, or I guess Princess Leia for me, because for me she's always been Princess Leia, Kylo Ren, BB-8, Supreme Leader Snoke, Captain Phasma, and General Hux back here. So I've been working on so hard on these figures. I've barely done anything else other than work on these figures. I'm just overly excited for this. So let's get right into it. So first off, of course, we have Rey in her training outfit. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the outfit she uses in most of the movie. Probably not the entire movie, but most of the movie, according to the trailers. And as you can see, she's using the Skywalker lightsaber. This is a saber, not a saber forge, a brick forge lightsaber hilt that I painted up on the bottom. All the black that you see there on the bottom of the lightsaber hilt is painted by me and sealed with a varnish, and then a blue blade, regular Lego blue blade, I can speak. Then she's using a small pistol that is brick arms. I'm gonna take the lightsaber, move it to the side so you can see the rows right there. They are 3-dimensional. I made 3 pieces in total for the robes. One goes across her chest this way, then the other one goes around and over the leg and all the way to the other side of her torso, and then the last piece just goes diagonally down. She is using a Qui-Gon Jinn hairpiece because I do not have the original Lego Rey figure, so I had to use that, and I think it works very well. If not, it just works well because both hair pieces are very similar in my opinion. And then 3D belts, 2 of them that go around her entire waist, a little satchel right here, and boots painted on. And she is using a original Lego Rey head. So yeah, that's it for Rey. Next up we have Luke Skywalker in his I guess Jedi robes that he's using now, and just for added detail, I'm not sure yet, I have not yet seen the film, but I added his lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. This is a modified Lego chrome, or I guess you could say chrome, but it's silver lightsaber hilt. It's modified to fit his lightsaber's look. Credit to Legomatic 9, he made a tutorial on that lightsaber, so link will be in the description to that tutorial, which is it's just an amazing piece to have on any Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, or even your The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi Luke. if you're making this outfit in particular. I know he's probably not going to wear this outfit throughout the entire film, maybe. He's seen using other outfits like the Exile, and he has this huge robe on top, and I'm not sure if he's gonna wear that or he has this outfit on under that, so I do not know. However, I wanted to make this look to make my The Force Awakens Luke Skywalker even better, since I made one 2 years ago, which sucked probably. But anyways, onto the figure itself. Painted up the head, which is I believe it is a Luke Skywalker head. Then this is the Lego Ninjago Lloyd hairpiece from the movie. A painted up cape with colored tan. Then all these robes are three-dimensional. Then the belt that goes around the waist is also three-dimensional. And I think it all works very well. The waist cape or robe is also three-dimensional, and it wraps around all four sides. And I did made a little cut here and here for added detail and depth. So yeah, that is Luke Skywalker. Next we have BB-8, and this is using the original Lego figure, as you can probably tell. All I did was pretty much add more detail to that Lego figure, and that was mainly 100% just black lines and dots. So I pretty much added black lines around the circles, the orange circles, inside and outside, some extra lines here and there, like right there, and down here. I did do black lines, I guess in a square way. I mean, this is a globe piece, so a square doesn't really work here, but that's pretty much what I did. What I mean was, like, I did lines going downwards and then sideways, and then other lines on the orange circles right there, some added detail. The head was also slightly modified with paint, of course, and a black line was added that goes around the top of the dome here. And yeah, that's honestly pretty much it. I did not add anything else. I did not modify any pieces for this figure. It's pretty much straightforward, and I think this really helps the figure stand out a lot more than the original Lego figure. So yeah, that's BB-8. Finn here was a pretty fun figure to make, to be honest, and I am overall very happy with the final result of Finn, and I gotta say that he's way better than what I made 2 years ago, like way better, and you can totally tell the difference of just how different and how much better I've become over the two last years. And I'm just happy overall with all these figures that I'm actually 100% satisfied with pretty much everything about them. They're just everything, the details and everything that I add on to them. I'm very happy with them. And something very special about this figure is that this is the first figure that I use a Cape Madness figure on, so that's a pretty big deal for me, because I've not been able to get Cape Madness capes for my figures. I always have to cut them out and shape them and all that, but this one, I just got it, painted it up, of course, because it was brown, as you can probably tell by the inside of the jacket right there, and cut it down to size for the figure. But I just love the look and the feel of these Cape Madness capes, because they're thick enough and they're not fray, you know, they won't fray, and they're just very sturdy and very well received by these figures. So other than that, details are overwhelming, whatever that is. They're very cool on this head jacket. Sorry, knocking the camera off. But I added the little scar right here for the jacket. I guess you could say scar, but when he encountered Kylo Ren on Starkiller Base right there, then the big cut back here, which is all stitched up and all that. And then another cool detail is the holster right there on his leg that is three-dimensional, and then his modified brick arms weapon. I do not remember the name, but I think it was an M16. I could be wrong, but this gun is the same that another figure in the future on this video will use. So yeah, that is pretty much Finn for you guys. So let's go ahead and move on to our next figure. Next we have Rose in her jumpsuit outfit, I guess, or her engineer outfit, and as you can see, she is using a screwdriver. I guess you could say it's a Hydra spanner, which is what it's called in Star Wars, unless that's a different tool what she is using in the film, but whatever, I think it works. So pretty much this figure, I bought the set and I used the original Lego headpiece for Rose and the hairpiece, which is mainly the main reason why I got the set, because I was not going to be able to replicate this hairpiece out of all the others. So yeah, so pretty much this whole figure was completely painted in a, I guess, mustard color-ish to match the original I guess character in the film screen accurate outfit. Lego did a good job on the details on the outfit, however not the accurate color. So I pretty much took the entire design of the Lego figure. I tried to do my best as straight as possible. I mean, it's kind of hard to make all those little lines, so maybe they're not as perfect as I would have wanted to. However, this is clothing, so it's not like armor, like, oh, it has to be super straight like Phasma, and you'll see her in later on in the showcase. But this is like clothing, so it can be a little bit uneven on some sides, and yeah, I mean, I think it looks good how I managed to portray this figure, so I'm overall very happy with it. So yeah, that is Rose. Fix her hair right there. So yeah, that's Rose for you guys. Next up we have Poe Dameron in his, I guess, Resistance outfit, which I thought was cooler than his pilot outfit, because he's seen using this outfit more than his pilot outfit, even though I may be wrong. I haven't seen the movie, so I do not know. So yeah, this figure is also using a trench coat from Cape Madness, which is cut down to size and slightly painted to match the color that I had for the arms. And one little special thing is that right there is the Resistance, or I guess Rebels logo, which is super tiny, so you can probably not even tell that it's a logo right there. I don't know if you can probably see that. It's super tiny. It's probably not even visible to the camera, so I'm not even gonna try, but it's there, and it was tedious to make, I'm not gonna lie. Then there's nothing on this arm, so yeah, and there's also nothing on the back. So overall, this figure is super cool, and I just realized that the torso and the legs are kind of separated, so I'm gonna do this. There we go, sort of. Oh well. And then he also has a holster just like Finn's right here, and also the gun. Like I mentioned, that two figures on this showcase use the same gun, so I made two of them because I thought it was good for this. So yeah, I painted up this face. I do not know which head it was, but I modified it by painting on the stubble or the beard around, and that was tedious. That's the smallest stubble I've ever painted, and then this is a sanded down Superman hairpiece and painted up. So yeah, I think this Poe Dameron really takes it way better than the pilot outfit that I made 2 years ago. So yeah, that's it for Mr. Poe Dameron. And next we have Chewbacca here, and well, I gotta say that I'm very happy with this figure overall, because it looks much better than the original Lego However, I was not able to like blend the colors. I got some feedback on Instagram saying that I had to blend the colors even more, or that the color wasn't the accurate color, and maybe it is. Maybe on the camera it doesn't seem like that, but on person it looks way better. It's just two tones of brown. One's like golden brown and the other is darker brown. And then this bowcaster is a brick arms modified slightly weapon bowcaster. I glued on the scope and these this thing that goes across the bowcaster, and I added a satchel on the side here, painted it up, some black lines to give it more depth, and then his bandolier here, I repainted it with my own colors, black and dark silver. So yeah, that definitely looks much better than the original Lego figure, and then the arms and legs are also modified, and I think it all looks very well. And yeah, that's honestly pretty much all I can say for this Chewbacca, other than I'm very happy with how he came out, even though people don't really agree with what I made here, so I hope you guys think otherwise. So just let me know in the comments, but just keep in mind that I'm not going to change my Chewbacca because I just like the look of the figure. So yeah, that's pretty much almost all the good guys, so let's go on to our last good hero, I guess, for the film. Next up, we have the last good guy, I guess, good woman hero from the film here, and that is Princess Leia, or I guess General Leia by this time. But to me, she'll always be Princess Leia because, well, just watching the A New Hope and the original trilogy, she's become a very special character for me and personal. And honestly, I gotta say that her outfit in The Last Jedi is kind of boring, even though it's pretty tedious to make in a Lego figure. So I'm gonna try and explain how I made this. So basically, I took this fabric and I painted it up. The inside is not so pretty, but basically that's the inside. It's all black, and then a little bit of a neck right here. Then this huge trench coat just wraps around her like that. This is a flap that's just folded down. Then this folds over that. Just keep that nice and sturdy right there. And then for this side, basically you unfold this. Imagine you take this entire thing off, and for the back, I just made like this cape thing, which is like a square. I folded it and I glued it inside the collar of right here. I hope that makes sense. And you can probably tell it's glued right there. You can see the two pieces right there. I'm gonna take the head off so you can see better. I'm gonna do this off camera. But basically you can tell right there that this back here is folded and glued onto that collar right there. So yeah, that's honestly it for General Leia, because that's all she has, a huge trench coat thing. And well, Carrie Fisher will always be my favorite space princess from Alderaan, so rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Next up, we have Kylo Ren from the bad guy side now. So yeah, I'm overall happy with this figure. However, there are a few things that I want to go over you. One of them is being that this is the first figure that I add fabric onto the arms, and I wanted to do 3D arm bands for him. However, I'm not entirely happy with it. This is like probably the only thing that I do not like from one of my figures from this showcase, but I pretty much added three-dimensional wraps for his arms, but I'm gonna keep them because they are accurate. They're just not my type of thing to do usually for figures. But One of the things that I'm really happy about is the lightsaber. As you can tell, it is slightly modified. It's not complicated at all, but I haven't seen anyone else do this. So pretty much what I did was take a brick forge ray blade or laser with the wavy things in red, and I used that for my Kylo Ren lightsaber. I just used a Lego black hilt to put on this red blade, and then got 2 of the lightsaber lasers from Brick Forge as well, cut off the tips of them and glued them onto the hilt. So that way it's not 1 piece but 3 pieces. So it's basically gonna look like this. I cannot take the small ones, but I can take off the one big one without it being 1 single piece like Lego did it, which I honestly was never fond of because it just didn't look right to me. The little crossguard sabers, tiny sabers, come up from the hilt, not from the large hilt. So that's it for Kylo Ren's lightsaber. And Kylo Ren overall, just the Lego hairpiece that's long, and then a scar for his face, which is a Bruce Wayne / Loki from Superheroes head, fabric for his torso, and a little skirt right there. You can probably tell it's right there. There you can see it. And then an E-tape belt that goes around his entire torso, and a 3-dimensional belt buckle right there. So that's Kylo Ren for you guys. And here we have the man himself, Supreme Leader Snoke. And man, the anticipation for this figure has been 2 years long. I've been waiting to make this figure for 2 years. Like, of course, I've been waiting for this movie for 2 years now, but the figure itself, I've been wanting to make this figure, and I gotta say, I had no idea he was gonna be wearing a gold gown or whatever that is, robe. I thought he was gonna wear like a black robe or a gray robe, so it was gonna make him like if I had to make this figure 2 years ago, it would have been a gray face with a black robe, pretty much, and the scars, of course. But in The Last Jedi, this is his accurate look. He has pretty much flesh, which is very old flesh with a bunch of scars, and a golden robe with a belt around it. So I added that, and I gotta say, it's overall a very simple figure, nothing super special other than he's covered with a gold robe. And his face is 100% painted by me. I did not get the Lego set because it's too expensive for me for just 1 head. And yeah, that's Snoke for you. So you just let me know in the comments what you think about this face of Snoke. Did I nail him? Did I miss something? Is he off? Or I don't know, just anything is welcome as far as criticizing for the face of Snoke, because I'm overall happy with the face of Snoke. I'm just really excited to see what plays out as far as Snoke's role. So yeah, that's Supreme Leader Snoke for you guys. And next we have Phasma, Captain Phasma here, and I gotta say, this figure was such a pain to make, even though I'm very happy with the final result. I got some feedback on Instagram saying that the visor looked off, but I honestly think it looks fine to me. It's probably just the extra lines are around her helmet, and that's totally fine. I don't think it looks off to me. So yeah, basically what I did was I spray painted the entire figure, the arms, helmet, torso, legs, not the hands, but I did spray paint this figure. I had like 3 attempts, and I finally got on the 3rd, which was such a pain. And then I painted the entire design on the torso. This is not a First Order Stormtrooper torso. This is a plain torso. Like, it was plain silver, and I painted everything you see on there, and it was fun even though it was tedious at times, but I think I nailed everything that I needed to be there. All the lines, all the squares, everything on her just looks great to me. The knee pads, the legs, yeah. Then the weapon that I chose for this figure was her blaster, and that's because I did not have the time, or I just don't know how to make her spear not look super like I did not want to use a Lego spear, so I just went with this blaster because I've had this for like a year, and I always planned to use it on my next Phasma. So here it is. It's painted up. It's a Brick Arms heavy first order rifle, I believe it is, and then the cape is a custom one. Yeah. And then something special for this figure that I did, and here's a quick look at the back, which is pretty boring to be honest, but something special that I did for Captain Phasma was add a female head, because we've seen pictures of her without her helmet, and I also added a hairpiece, but we've seen pictures of her without her helmet, so I'm wondering if she's gonna wear the helmet throughout the entire film, or if she's gonna take off the helmet. But whatever it is, here she is with her female face and hairpiece as a just something extra for the figure. So overall, this is a great figure. I love the figure, and it's probably one of my favorite figures from this entire showcase, if not my favorite one. And also the most probably the most tedious one that I made for this entire showcase. So yeah, that's Phasma for you guys. And last from this entire showcase is General Hux right here, and as you can see, he is wearing I believe it's a Cape Madness trench coat, but I gotta give credit to my friend Sensei's Custom. He provided me with the trench coat. It was already cut and painted, and then the face for the character, I had no way of getting this face because, again, I was not gonna buy the sets, so he just provided me with a face that he had, and then the gun, I believe it's an Uzi from Brick Arms, but it works very well for this character in particular. And then some of the great details about this figure, other than the belt that goes around his torso right there. He's overall very simple down here, but on his arm right here is probably the most interesting thing. 4 rings on his wrist, and then the First Order logo on his shoulder right there. So those two were very tedious to make, however those make the figure probably special, at least to me. I think I nailed the First Order logo pretty well. I mean, I'm not super tiny, so I cannot make all the little tiny things on the logo on the shoulder, as Lego is able to print them out. But that's pretty much it for Mr. Hux right here. So yeah, and he's using a Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi hairpiece for the figure. So yeah, that's it for Hux. And that is pretty much it for this showcase. We're about to wrap this up, but I want to say thank you guys for sticking around until this point in the video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe for more. I'll be doing more in the future. Not sure how many this year, like 2018, but definitely I'll do something for Infinity War, perhaps Star Wars, or I guess Solo, a Star Wars story, and perhaps a couple others along the way. I've been really busy on other stuff, like on social media, on Instagram, taking in commissions. So if you're interested in asking for a commission, I'll gladly take orders there. But next year is gonna be quite busy, since I also want to do other stuff, but I'll still be doing this, so this is not the end, guys. But I gotta say that it's been very, very special for me. These 2 last years have been probably some of the craziest, and I'm just happy that you guys have been there to support me and support what I do. So without further ado, that's pretty much it. All I've got to say, I'm about to go watch the film. At the time of this video, it's like, I believe it's 2 a.m. for me on Pacific time. But the video should be up like by, I don't know, a couple hours from now. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the showcase. I hope this inspires you to make your own custom figures for The Last Jedi or whatever other characters you might want to make. So that is pretty much it for this video. This is probably going to be the last video this year. I may have some other stuff for like New Year's or something like that, or just a little update on what's gonna happen next year once I actually think about what I gotta say for next year. But yeah, Justice League figures, I'm not sure when those are gonna come out, but I'm still working on that, so stay tuned for that perhaps. They'll definitely make it to the channel, but I'll get to that in another video. Anyways guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.